Arts and Crafts online video, Carle. Action.
Hi Artists and Crafts families, Miss Jackie here. Today we're featuring one of our favorite children book authors and illustrators. Did you guess it? Carle. We like to refer to this project as part 2 of our Very Hungry Caterpillar series. If you missed part 1, we make the Very Hungry Caterpillar. I'll link it below in case you haven't made your own, because this is where you want to start. And today we are going to make the animal that our Very Hungry Caterpillar becomes after it completes its metamorphosis. That's the fancy word for changes into something new. And everybody knows what that something new is, right?
He was a beautiful butterfly.
Alright, before we get to our project, I just want to share a fun fact I learned about the Very Hungry Caterpillar when our family visited the Carle Museum a couple years ago. Did you know that the Very Hungry Caterpillar originally started out as a bookworm? That's crazy, right? Could you imagine? Well, Carle got the idea for the book after he was playfully using a hole puncher and making holes in paper. He really liked how that looked and he thought, oh, this would be a cool book featuring a bookworm. He proposed the idea to his editor and she said, well, I'm not really sure that kids are going to appeal to a worm. And together they brainstormed and came up with the idea of having it being about a caterpillar that turns into a butterfly. The ending of the book is almost my favorite part, and it's kind of crazy to think how it would be if it was just a worm, because worms don't turn into anything. For this project, you'll need
Coffee filters, markers, water in a spray bottle if you have one, clothespins, a circle cut out of red construction paper, 2 googly eyes, half of a pipe cleaner, wait, that's half, glue, scissors, and finally something to trace a circle.
Step 1 to making our butterfly is we have to give it color. So you're going to choose your favorite colors and fill your coffee filter with as much of it as possible.
Do I have a light blue?
If we could use a technical term here, our artists often like to scribble on the coffee filter.
Next, take your coffee filter and spray it with the sprayer. Crumble it up.
And make sure not to spray your sister.
Did I spray you? Yes.
Ooh, come on, yours is gonna turn out so good. Look how pretty it is.
The blue and green go nicely with the turquoise. Because blue and green make turquoise.
It's a good idea to use colors that blend nicely, but honestly, you can't go wrong. Once you feel like it's pretty well covered, you're gonna give it a squirt with the spray bottle. Sometimes you might wanna crunch it up, squeeze it out, and then voila! It looks beautiful and almost like stained glass or watercolors, if I do say so myself. So now we'll let it dry. And since we're using a clothespin, sometimes I like to hang it up with a clothespin so that it dries faster. While our coffee filter is drying, we need to make the head of the Very Hungry Caterpillar. Since it's the Very Hungry Caterpillar and not any old caterpillar, what color do we need to make its head?
Red.
Yes. To make any circle, I usually like to trace something, and I found that a spice bottle is the perfect size for the Very Hungry Caterpillar's head. So I just take my pencil and go around the bottle, and then, boom.
And technically, we're kind of making the not so very hungry butterfly.
Oh, good point. So now we take our head, our red circle head, and we're gonna glue it to the part of the clothespin that opens. Add the googly eyes and a smiley face using one of your markers. All right, now to turn this into the butterfly's wings, you have your coffee filter open like a circle. You're gonna take the top and the bottom and pinch it together like so. It almost looks kind of like a bow or a bow tie. And then you wanna fluff it out. And can you see how it's starting to look like a butterfly's wings? You're gonna take your clothespin, open it up, and then stick in your wings.
Ooh.
Now, you gotta add your antenna. So you take your pipe cleaner, fold it in half to make a V, and then pinch it again so that it's here. If you wanna get fancy, you can kinda curl it. All right, guys, now you have both characters from the book. So we hope you can read it tonight, maybe with your family, with your art projects. As always, we'd love to see what you made. So be sure to tag us on Instagram at artisancrafts, or send me an email, jack@lovejack.com, or you can join us in our live Zoom class every Thursday at 10 a.m. All right, happy creating.
Bye. Stay safe.
Let's say with me, it was a beautiful butterfly. Ready? 1, 2.
It was a beautiful butterfly.
He was a beautiful.
Oh my goodness, let's start over again. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
He was a beautiful butterfly.